Do you have a in your face to face? I don't know what to say.
A V? A Venic?
No, in your face to face. Look, not now. Like, look on. He just got moved because he was my virtual student. But he's in my room right now. But he's not on my roster on either one.
First name?
Yeah. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. He's in your class? Oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, hang on one second, guys. I'm gonna just take attendance first, then we'll get started. All right. Okay, guys, I need your voices off, please, because we have a lot to go over today. Ladies in the back, I need your voices off, please. Thank you. All right. Okay, your mystery grid unscrambled is due today. Okay, that needs to be turned in before 11:59. If you happen to figure out the name of the painting or the name of the artist, you can leave that in the comments, okay? That's just for fun, if you figure out what it is, all righty? So we're gonna move on to our weekly module for today. Once I find it, hang on, got a lot going on here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna work on drawing our 8x10 grid. We walked over this a little bit last week, but just in case you weren't done with the mystery grid or you didn't know how to do it, this is basically what you're doing here, okay? So you're going to, and I'm just gonna type up in the directions so that you've got those for reference again. You're going to measure an 8" by 10" rectangle, okay? Measure at each inch to make a 1 by 1" grid. All right, use a ruler or a straight edge so that your lines are straight. Save. So it should look like this picture when you are done, okay? You should have this finished by Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, by Wednesday. It does not take that long. It takes like 5 minutes to do. All right, so that needs to get done. The sooner you get this done, the sooner you can move on to the next project, because this is going to be the foundation for the next project, okay? What we're gonna be working on after the grid is finished is taking photographs and using those photographs, or you're gonna just pick one picture, using that one picture, and you're gonna draw the outline of it, okay? So basically you're going to draw the contour outline. So right here is where the grid itself is due all by itself. Then you're choosing your image. There is a link. Please use that link if the photos are not loading for you, but I did attach the photos here as well. There is some space around some of these photos. It will either say do not use, or it's scratched out, or it's completely blocked out in red, okay? Don't use that space, don't draw that space. This photo of this fly is the only one that doesn't have any space blocked out, okay? Just because of the size of the picture and the way it's cropped. All right, so you're going to save this photo, whichever one you pick out of these 8 choices, to your phone. It already has a grid on it for you that matches the same amount of spaces that you have on your paper after you draw that 8x10 grid. Again, just like you did with the mystery grid, you're going to go box by box and draw all the contour lines that you see. However, it's not unscrambled. It's not scrambled up. It's already unscrambled. It's just a regular image. Then you're just going to draw all the contour outlines, okay? Which I'm going to show you in a moment how to do, if you're not sure. If you have any spaces on here that don't have anything in them, they're blank. There's no lines, right? You don't have to draw anything in those boxes. You just leave them blank for now. But as soon as you come into a box that has some shape or has a line, you start to draw that. You draw it where it is, where you see it per box, box by box, the whole entire thing, okay? You need to be careful about counting your boxes, because this whole grid right here is the size of your paper, but you're only going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 boxes if you choose this photo. So you need to make sure that you measure and mark that out on your paper, okay? Same thing here, it's 9 boxes, so you won't use this last row. So you need to make sure that you measure and mark those out before you start, so you don't get confused when you're counting your boxes and starting to draw everything. All right. Now eventually with this, the next step for that is that we're going to separate it out into 3 sections. And if you look down here at these ones, these are the section lines that split it into 3 sections. Okay, some of them may go side to side, some of them go up and down. And we're going to end up doing inking and color pencil and shading, depending on how we want to do each black and white section. Those are going to go on the outside, and color pencil is going to go on the middle, in the middle section, okay? So after you have your contour outline drawing, which is due on Friday for a major grade, we're going to start working with color pencil again and doing that middle section and coloring that in. So I'm going to go back to my module page for a second. I can find it, there we go. Okay, so we're working on that for the rest of the couple of days here. You're doing your contour line drawing, and then your line drawing is due on Friday for a major grade. So I'll put a picture example of what that looks like. Right now, it just has upload your drawings, basically, okay? And I'll put my example up here for you. So that's where we're starting this week. I am going to stop my share for a second for my Zoom people and try to put up my camera. I think I can do that. And that way I can give you guys a demonstration and I can share the video. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if it'll work or not. Perhaps, perhaps not. Let me Okay, so I'm gonna share this with y'all and you tell me if you can see it. All right, can my people on Zoom see this? There's somebody just shouted out for me. You can see it, Vinik? Okay, cool, thank you. All right. Alrighty then, I'm gonna give the demonstration real quick and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's my example. I need everybody's eyes up here on the board, please and thank you. Okay, so I chose the Kingfisher. That's what type of bird this is. And I'm going to start to draw box by box just so I can give you guys an example, okay? I can see here and here. I don't need those spaces on my drawing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing I see and block those out. I'm not gonna use those boxes at all. I don't wanna confuse myself, okay? So then I have obviously my picture is vertical, so my paper needs to be vertical. If my picture is horizontal, then my paper needs to be horizontal, okay? Make sense? Very easy. Then you're gonna go in the first box. If you would like to number your boxes and letter them and kind of create like a battleship grid, I find that to be easiest for myself, because then I don't lose my place, okay? I like to put the numbers down the side, etc., and I like to put the letters up at the top, etc., okay? I'm never gonna use anything in the A column or whatever this column ends up being, but just for my reference, that's where I always start, and so that's what I'm gonna be using. GH, okay, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc., etc. All right, so y'all can do that. It kind of helps. So then when you're starting to draw, the first line I see here is in 1B. So then I look at 1B and I see this little, the picture's a little bit blurry, but I see this little kind of hook at the tip of the beak. I look about how far that's down, not very much, just about right there. And then I draw that little line I see, okay? Boom, that's it. That's all that's in this box. I can cross that one out and be done with it. If you're doing this on your phone, you can use the markup tool if you want, and just use the little drawing tool and just exit out. Or, you know, just keep track by counting. That works too, okay? Same thing here, box 1C. Obviously, the beak is gonna start where I left off, and this is where it ends. I kind of have to use my measurements. If you want to print your picture out, that's up to you. I am not going to print it out for you here. Sorry, you can print it at home. Okay. So that's about 1/4 of an inch. You can always just kind of estimate with your eyes by looking at the distance between the corner and how far up the box goes. So you don't have to measure it. That's just extra. That's me being extra. I don't usually measure it anyway. I just eyeball it. Okay. So that's right about where that beak is going to go. So then I'm going to draw that line to there. And then I have to look at the other side. It's going to go just a little bit more than halfway down here. It's kind of a curved line. I need to get it together, please. It's a curved line that goes right about there. All right. I also see that there is some kind of shadow here. If I would like to kind of keep that in mind, I can just draw a line that kind of represents where that shadow is. If you find that there's any texture, any highlights, or any shadows, you probably want to trace those areas as a shape as well. Don't shade anything in, this is just lines, but that will help you later when you get ready to start to shade, do your inking, do your color pencil, etc. Okay? Any questions about this process? All right, this is what we're doing. As soon as your mystery grid is done, you do this grid, you pick your photograph, download it to your phone, you start to draw. It's due Friday for a major grade. All right, that is that. All right, any questions for people on Zoom? No, good, all right. Okay, you know what to do, get it done, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Question?
The grid is 10
right, Brian, you're all good? Good to go. You can go finish up your mystery grid first, and then let me know if you have questions about this one. All set? Okay, cool. Thank you.